Next, we have aside. So, an aside is a short comment delivered to the audience by a character in the presence of other characters who pretend not to hear. So, an aside is a short comment delivered to the audience by a character in the presence of other characters who pretend not to hear. So, other characters might be there, and one character would like directly face the audience, which we do now as facing the camera. So, by the time you face the camera, it's like you're facing the audience already. So, by the time that character directly faces the audience and like makes a short comment or a short speech, we refer to that as aside, and other characters do not hear. It's almost like is a literary term that is used by writers to give the audience a glimpse into that character's thoughts. This is mostly used in drama. So a character, probably two characters can be having a conversation, and in the middle of that conversation, one character would stop and like face the audience and make a short comment, probably about the character or just maybe about the conversation, just for the audience to like have a glimpse into that character's thoughts. That is aside, directly delivered to the audience, and it's usually short, not necessarily something so long, like maybe a narrator narrating, no, just like a short comment that the character delivers directly to the audience. So it's meant for the audience to hear, but the other characters present, if there are more than one present, do not hear. They do not hear it. It's the writer giving the audience a glimpse into the character's thoughts. Another literary term we have soliloquy. This is another literary term, and this simply means when a character is thinking out loud. Is thinking. Soliloquy is when a character is thinking out loud, just like voicing his or her thoughts, still for the benefit of the audience. And we said it's usually done when when the character is alone. It is usually done when the character is alone. So for the benefit of the audience, you're like saying your thoughts out loud, you're voicing out your thoughts so the audience can follow. And it's mostly done when soliloquy is mostly done when the character is alone. And it's usually longer than aside. While aside is just a quick short comment and it's done in the presence of other characters directly to the audience. Soliloquy doesn't have to be done directly to the audience. It could just be maybe the character is like walking around, pacing, yes, let's say pacing around and just like thinking out loud. These days we represent soliloquy with voiceover. So you can see the character just like moving around, demonstrating emotions of thinking. The postures people usually assume when they are like thinking. So the character could be just demonstrating such positions, and the voiceover will be like playing so people can know that okay, this character is thinking, and you can hear his thoughts, but he's not actually saying anything with his lips. So you know he's thinking. But does the audience know what he's thinking? You now make use of voiceover. That's soliloquy for you. Soliloquy is when a character thinks out loud. This one is the thoughts, but the audience needs to hear. And it is usually done when when the character is alone, unlike aside that can be done in the presence of other characters, but the other characters do not hear. Another one we have is monologue. So a monologue is a long speech made by one character. Where it is similar to soliloquy is the fact that we are dealing with one character here, one character here. But for monologue, it could be to another character, it could be to the audience directly, or it could just be to like the character himself. But as long as the speech is made by one character, that's monologue. As long as the speech is made by one character or one person, whether it is to another person, like let's say two people are present rather, since the other person won't speak, I can't call it a conversation. Two people are present and only one person does the talking. We call that a monologue as well. One person directly addressing the audience, like maybe probably in stand-up comedy, we call it monologue as well. So for soliloquy, it is a character thinking out loud, voicing out his thoughts for the benefit of the audience. But for monologue, it is one person talking, whether to the audience, to another character, to the character himself. It is one person talking. That is a monologue. So all soliloquies are monologues, but not all monologues are soliloquies. They are similar in that a character is a character is present. It has to do with one character. So there's a difference between aside, soliloquy, and monologue. Aside, one character directly to the audience and is usually short. While soliloquy is a character thinking out loud just for the benefit of the audience. And for monologue is a speech made by one character, whether to the audience or to another character, it doesn't matter. As long as the speech was made by just one character, no interruptions. Everybody just listens. So that's a monologue. Then we have dialogue. Dialogue is a conversation between two or more characters. So a monologue is a speech made by a character. Dialogue is a conversation between two or more. As long as it's more than one, we call it a dialogue. And in like maybe prose, dramas make use of dialogues a lot. And for prose, dialogues are usually denoted by inverted commas or quotation marks, as the case may be. So by the time you see that, you know that this is a dialogue between people. As long as it's more than one person, what you have is a dialogue. So there's a difference between aside, soliloquy, and monologue, even though they seem similar, and then dialogue.